Welcome to the first edition of the Nightmare Gazette. What's going on, everybody? All you mystery seekers out here, this is breaking news from the Nightmare Gazette. Matt and Greg here. We're talking about tracks that were found just a week ago that has been brought to our attention of a Bigfoot sighting. Bigfoot is real. Bigfoot is out there. We have proof now. It's in the footprints. Yeah, this is from Medical Lake, Washington. And this resident was hiking or actually driving by, Steve Meacham, and they took photographs and posted it to their Facebook page. Him and his wife found these tracks that look like Bigfoot tracks. Yeah, I mean, him and his wife retired. They said they drive, they walk the neighborhood constantly, and this caught his eye. So it was something out of the ordinary, and I'm sure like he's seen human tracks before, people walking, so he knows what they look like. And he said these just caught his eye and they stood out. Yeah, they measured 23 inches across and they had a 35-inch stride length, which the average human stride length that we found was 30 inches. Yeah, so I mean, this is a little longer. And the only thing that brought up in my head when I read this article and saw the video and everything, and the prints do look like a typical Bigfoot cast, Bigfoot sighting of these feet. And there's only 2 prints here, so it just was one person. Could these people have a snowshoe that was designed to look like a Bigfoot or a Yeti? I mean, they definitely can, but so they would have to be pretty tall to make that stride length. You could jump. I mean, if you're just doing it, purposely. That's the only thing that I'm looking at this as when I read the article and read the story in itself. But this is some fascinating stuff. Like, do you think that these are real Bigfoot tracks, or you think like this was somebody snowshoeing or somebody playing a hoax on the sky? And like, why would you think? It's in an area. It's in Washington. We know it's in that specific northwest area where Bigfoot is known to live, its habitat. It's plenty of sightings out there. So it's very plausible that this could be. And this is just a great print because the prints do look like that. They definitely do. This also could be another thing, yes, where it is a hoax. And then some in the scientific community, as well as the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife, said when they heard about this, it just looks like one of those things where the snow is so deep. Mm-hmm. It almost looks like it comes up halfway between like the foot and the knee on a typical human person that's say like 6 foot. Yeah, so the Department of Fish and Wildlife in Washington said it's just somebody's foot being depressed into the snow, and then when you go to walk again, it's coming out like at a different spot, so it makes the foot seem bigger. Right, they call it pulse holing. Yeah, when hikers plunge into deep snow. That's their interpretation of these tracks. Could it be a Bigfoot? Yes. And then also, if they believe that this is happening just like a normal hiker, what would the prints look like if it was an actual Bigfoot? Could when it comes out of such deep snow, or they have just a different stride that we don't even know about that would make these size footprints. It made it really interesting and compelling for us to really look at this in a way that this is some breaking news, and we wanted to be kind of the ones to jump all over this and bring you a news segment here on our YouTube channel, the Nightmare Gazette Breaking News. So look for stories, and if you have any stories for us, please share it with us. Visit our Nightmare 365 website, nightmare365.com. All of our contact information can be found there, as well as hit us up on social media. If there's weird stories that are happening in your own backyard, let us know about it. We want to know home haunts, estate haunts, anything like that, anything that's weird, out of the ordinary, send it our way, because we want to keep up with all the weirdness out there. And until next time, stay spooky. Welcome to the first edition of the Nightmare Gazette.